this exercise of Amazing Grace is really good to get you using one finger per fret. We're only going to keep our index on the second fret all the way up to the pinky on 5, while droning a low G. Now, if you're playing high G, it works well there too, but the low G definitely gives it its style. So let's go and dive in, bring the camera down. You're going to start with the second fret on the C string, plucking that. And you'll notice that I'm going to be using 3-finger picking as I play this, and again, 1 finger per fret. So the first line looks something like this as you play it through. So as I'm playing this, I'm just plucking the notes and I'm making sure the notes sustain until the next note's played, all the while always letting that 4th string, that G note, sing out. You'll notice you can kind of leave that middle finger on the 3rd fret of the E string through most of the piece. That 3rd fret on the E is the only time the 3rd fret is played, and your index is going to be alternating between the 2nd fret of the C and the 2nd fret of the A string, with that pinky going up to 5 on the A. So one more time, that first line looks and sounds like this. And as we go on the next 4 bars, it's going to look and sound like this. So more of the same. The only difference here is to start, we have to play the 2nd fret on the C string and the open 4th string. So I'm going to use my thumb and my index to kind of pinch and play those two together. Otherwise, the thumb is usually responsible for those 2 strings. One more time, it sounds like this. The next line is going to sound and look something like this. So this one's a little more tricky. We're going to use some hammer-ons and pull-offs. We start the whole thing by just playing the open on the G and letting that ring. The melody is from the previous bar. This is sort of a little filler, and then we play that 2nd fret on the A string, followed by the 5th fret on the A, just like we had before, but now we're going to do a hammer-on pull-off from the 2nd fret on the A string to the 5th fret, back down to the 2nd fret. Notice I have my pinky finger already set here, index finger already set here, so I've plucked the 5. Now I take that 5 off, pluck the 2nd fret on the A string, do a hammer-on to the 5th fret with the pinky, pull off to the 2nd fret again, before adding the middle finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, plucking that with the open G. So that little line goes. Really nice little embellishment. If it's too tricky, it's totally fine to just cut it out and play the 5 or whatever you'd like to do in that moment. Then after that, we're going to play the 2 on the C again, and then we're going to open everything, open on the G and E strings. And then another little motif here, we're going to play 3 on the E, play it again, and do a pull-off to open on the E. Careful when you do a pull-off on the E string that you don't strike the A. It's okay if you just kind of take the finger off, but you want a little bit of a pluck if you can get it to get that tone. So that whole stanza looks like this. And the last part. Really straightforward. It's just playing more of the same notes. We will play the C and G together, so you can kind of pinch those with those 2 fingers. But otherwise, it's all more of the same. So just make sure as you're playing this, keeping 1 finger per fret, index on 2nd, middle on 3, ring on 4, pinky on 5. Ring finger never plays 4, and the middle finger only ever plays 3 on the E, but otherwise it's just kind of flip-flopping the fingers to keep them moving. The whole thing sounds like this.